Hi guys, I'm going to do a regular maintenance on this car. Just a regular oil change, air filter and oil filter change, and tire rotation. Let's go. So the correct oil for this car is a 0W20 oil. This is a high mileage oil for engine over 75,000 miles. My car is close to 200,000 miles, so this is the ideal oil for this car. So this car requires 6.4 quarts of oil. This is 5 quarts. And I also have another bottle for that additional 1.6 quart. So the marking right now is about 1.5. So when I pour this in, I'll just leave a little bit in the bottle. Then I'll also test to see if I have the correct level. Also, we'll be changing the air filter. I'll put a link in the description below, guys, for these parts. This is the OEM air filter. This is the OEM oil filter. Comes with the rings. And this tool to drain the oil filter. But I won't be doing that step. I'm going to do it the messy way. It's faster, but it's messy. And that is why I need this rag to clean up the mess. And I also will need this tool to remove the oil filter cover. Also, we'll be using this drain pan and this funnel to pour the oil in. So let's go do this maintenance on this car. So I will jack up this car just a little bit, not much, just to raise it off the ground a little. So I will pop the hood. When draining the oil, if you open the cap, the oil drain much faster. So the drain plug is right here, and I set my catch pan right here to catch all the fluid. I'll be using this 14mm socket to open the drain plug. You turn anti-clockwise. In this case, I'll be pushing. So before you take the drain plug out, you want to ensure that you set up your oil catch pan to avoid spills. So I'll be trying to remove the bolt as quickly as possible to avoid dripping on my hand. And this is not much on my hand. I'm just going to use the shop rack to clean up my hand. So I'm going to let this drain for a while until it starts to drip. So at the moment it's not running much. So I think this is fine. I'm just going to reinstall the bolt. So all I'm going to do now is just to lock. This really do not need to be locked tight. You just put some pressure on it. That's it. And I'm going to use the shop cloth just to clean up any little run. And at this point I still have no spill on the ground, which is good. I'm doing well so far. So now it's time to remove the filter cover. I'll be using a 27mm socket. So right now it's open, so I just need to screw it open. So I need to properly set my oil pan. I'll make a lot of mess if I don't. I'll just remove the filter. So this is the dirty filter. I'm just gonna leave it right there and let this drain for a little while. And I'm just gonna get my filter and just to clean it up a little. I'm just gonna try to not get any dirt or anything on the inside. This is the time to check inside to see if there's any particles, metal, anything, and this is pretty clean. So the manual shows you to take this off first, then use this to drain the remaining oil. Then you remove the filter cover to avoid the mess. But I rather to just skip that step, deal with the mess, clean it up, and let's go. It's quicker to just clean up the mess other than trying to avoid the mess. So now I'm gonna change this. 2 seals came with the package. This small seal is for this cover, but I won't be replacing that seal because I didn't open that. I'm just going to replace this seal right here. So do not be tempted to try to put the seal all the way down here. The seal should remain right here in this little groove. So I just need to get it started off. So I'm just gonna try and put it on without stretching it. Just work it right. So here's the space right here. You just want to get it in that groove. So that's it. So all I need to do now is to install the filter. It fit perfectly. So that's it. So I'll make any more bits of cleaning, and this is ready to go back in the car. I'm just going to gently just start very slowly. So you want to go as far as you can with your hand just to get it stuck. It's very tight right now because the rubber seal is working at the moment. So as you can hear the rubber seal, so now it's at a stop. So after it stops, you just need to give it 1/4 turn, and that's it. Do not over tighten this, guys. So I'm just gonna put this right here and give it a wrong way. Just gonna put this right here and give it a little turn. That's it, guys. Do not overdo this. So I'm just gonna do a final clean, because after the engine is running and get warm, I'm just gonna come back here to check if I have any leak. So I want to clean up as much as possible. So now it's time to fill the car with oil. So there's a plate right there, which is just a safety feature. You won't be able to drop any nuts or bolts or screw inside the engine, because if you do that, that could be a disaster. So they put a little plate right there, so you won't be able to drop anything big enough to destroy your engine. So that's 5 gallons in, 1.4 gallons to go. So it's 1.5 in this bottle right now. I'm just gonna put most of it and have it settled for a little. Then I'm gonna check the oil level to see where it's at. The best time to check your oil is after your car is sitting overnight. So it won't be 100% as yet, but I just want to make sure it's close enough. I think it needs some more oil. So this is basically 6.4, 6.5 in right now. So just reinstall the cap. So two more things to do now. One is to replace the air filter and the other to rotate the tires. I do this every 5,000 miles. This is very easy to replace. You just remove two clips. 1, 2. That's it. And then you lift. Get this air filter out. As you can see, the dust, debris, dirty air filter. This is the brand new, clean air filter. Let's get it in, sit nice, comfortable. And there are two little notch right here. There's one here and the other one there, so you just need to feed those in. So after you feed those in right there, then you can push down and put on your clips. Very easy to be done. So I'll be putting the front to the back and the back to the front, and then this maintenance is finished. So before I jack up the car, I'm going to get all these nuts loose. Using this impact driver to go a little faster. It's a Milwaukee torque wrench. Very handy. It's also good to inspect the tire, because sometimes you can have a nail or a screw in the tire and it's not leaking at the moment. You can check your tire wear to see if you have uneven wear. This would mean that your car needs to be aligned, and it also could be indicating that you have a bad suspension part. So I see that the tire right now is wearing evenly. While you have this open space, it's good to inspect the important parts. This is a really good torque wrench that I bought on Amazon. I could put a link in the description below. And this is how you set your torque spec. You want to turn and you want to start at 0. So 0 is right on the line. So right now it is at 25 foot-pounds, which is the lowest level. So I want to turn until any one of the 0 falls on the 25 line. So this is the 25 line, and the second line is the 75 line. So I'm going to try to get one of the 0 up to the 75 line. Boom, right there. So this is at 75 foot-pounds. So I need to count by these now. So when you turn to 5, 7 to 5 and 5 is 80. So right now I'm at 80 foot-pounds. So let's go get this wheel torque. So you just need to go steady till you hear one click. You're doing a crisscross pattern, one click. That's it, guys. 80 foot-pounds. 80 foot-pounds. I will do the same for the other side, and then I'm pretty much done. So the final thing to do now, guys, is to reset the maintenance system. So first I'm gonna power up the car by pressing the power button twice without my foot on the brake. Then I'm gonna press this button to ensure the car is on trip A, and as I can see right there, it's on trip A. Then I'm gonna turn the car back off. So now I'm going to press the power button once to power up the car. Then I will press and hold the trip button. Then I'll press the power button a second time, and this will reset the maintenance system. So what you'll see right there are those lines going down. When it goes to 0, it is set. So right now the maintenance system is reset. So when I put my foot on the brake and power up the car, the maintenance light should be gone, and in this case it is gone. So the maintenance is complete with this car. So what I did today, I changed the oil, changed the oil filter, changed the engine air filter, and rotate the tires. If you found this video helpful, please give a like and subscribe.